Good afternoon, my beautiful people. Once again, I guess by now that you must have seen, if not heard, that after 3 days of lynching Deborah, that 200 student level of Sheikh Shagari College of Education, and Mr. David, the sound engineer from Lekki, Lagos, yesterday again, the Day International Building Market, Abuja, was also raised down by the same canker worm. However, quite unfortunate that while those things were ongoing or were taking shape, so also one thing, destruction of properties and lives in the eastern part of the country, especially when on our employment rate and inflationary rate stood at 33% and 17% respectively. While the dollar they met at 160 something naira is currently 600 naira. You also must have heard that the same yesterday, in Sime Ekere, yes, in Sime Ekere, the former MD NDDC was also arrested for stealing 47 billion, while his counterpart in the finance minister, in the person of Ahmed Idris, was also suspended for 80 billion. Yes, 80 billion. When water strike required to go back to classes was far less than that. Do I also need to remind you about the 100 million naira APs and nomination forms that were mostly purchased by the same cabinets and ministers under the watchdog of our integrity personified, Mr. President. Of which somebody may wanted to remind me, or may want to remind me about our super cop, Abba Kyari, who was recently alleged of being involved in drug cartel. No, forget about it, because if you remind me about that, I will tell you about the 3 corrupt, jailed governors that were recently discharged and acquitted by the same personified integrity, Mr. Integrity, our president, after they must have plunged their state treasuries into comatose. They were discharged and acquitted. However, the most important thing about this integrity text is that after this current unwanted killings, rituals, kidnappings, insecurity, or ramification, everything has turned upside down. You agree with me that resorting to prayers alone is not the solution. And if you are still confused about the mission statement of this present government, I think you still have yourself to be reexamined. And until then, go and get your PVC. My name is still Comrade Lost Wishobier. Cheers.